Welcome to episode 76, our go home show. Tombstone TV, this Saturday, Stadium Royale 2025. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? This opening contest is a prove yourself matchup. This man right here, Theon Castle, representing the Twin Castles, making his way to the ring, folks. Went backstage, he asked management last week, could he have a match on TV? A singles match on TV for the first time in a long time, and management granted him that matchup. This guy's making his way to the ring now for his 6th ranked singles matchup, with 1 win and 4 losses. Theon Castle saw his brother unsuccessful in singles action last week when Tyrion Castle fell victim to Ozone, the man that gravity didn't remember. And who has Theon got here tonight, folks? Which man has answered the challenge? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Big Ben, the Tower of London himself, representing the team of Big and Tall. He's a former tag team champion of the world. Big Ben and Royal Albert Hall were the longest reigning men's tag team champions of all time here in CWS. 142 days they reigned supreme as the men's tag team champions of the world. And Big Ben refocused and energized, focusing on his singles career, folks, with 10 wins, 9 losses. This is his 20th ranked singles matchup, and you gotta believe that Theon Castle might be having second thoughts about demanding singles action on Tombstone TV. If you haven't already subscribed, folks, what are you waiting for? As I take a sip from my energy drink, the referee rings the bell. Big Ben squares up and pushes Theon off. And look at the freaky athleticism of Big Ben to take him down with that crucifix-like pinfall there. Clubbing blow across the back, and Big Ben now whipping Theon over the top. And Big Ben locks up. Oh, but he gets slingshotted into that top rope. Theon's going to have to use his quickness and his pace here, folks. But Big Ben is no slouch. Look at that shoulder tackle. He just took him down off the ropes. Big Ben goes for the leg drop and misses Theon with the drop kick to the midsection, and he just took Big Ben down. A low kick here now, and a kick to the side of the face here, and Theon is in control. Open hand chop, slaps across the face, the chest, lighting Big Ben up here now, and Theon with the gut punch. Big Ben ran right into it. Theon turns him round, down a forearm to the face. Big Ben might have taken this match a bit hastily. Might not have considered the power of Theon, and knocked him off the top rope, but Big Ben still hasn't fallen. He is back to his feet, gets right back into the ring. And the size of the guy, look at the strength, the power, and the big suplex, and launching him flat down to the mat, and just like that, Theon gets splattered. And Big Ben now picks him up, and he drops Theon throat first across the top rope, and Big Ben now with the cover. Theon in a bad way. Referee counts 1, 2, not even a 2 count here. Theon kicks out. Big Ben, I don't know, is he a little impressed there, folks, with what he's seeing out of Theon Castle here? Club and blow across the back of the head now. Club across the back of the head again. Big Ben and the gut wrench suplex, dropping Theon Castle. Big Ben in control, locking up, and look at that punch, club and blow across the back, and another one. Big Ben with the double axes across that back, and I don't care how much armor you're wearing, Big Ben's a powerful man, and a crucifix pinfall again, and this time he's hooked it. 1, and the kick out at 1. Theon rolls to the outside, and Big Ben now climbing to the top rope. You don't think Big Ben is going from the top here? From the top, the cross body drop across the chest of Theon, and the leg drop. Theon got crushed by the body weight of Big Ben, and now Big Ben dropping the knee across the shin bones of Theon here, folks. This is Tombstone TV. We are Championship Wrestling Series, and we are but a few short days away from the Stadium Royale 2025, folks. Oh, and Big Ben rolls through. Big Ben tossing Theon back into the ring, and now he's giving chase. Big Ben whipping Theon into the corner, and Big Ben scooping Theon up onto the top, but Theon kicks away back, and a running spear. A spear from Theon and Big Ben in the Tower of London has fallen. Is it enough? 1, 2, and Big Ben gets the shoulder up. Theon's got more to do. He bounces off the second rope with this springboard moonsault, and Big Ben eating these forearms and elbows from Theon, but he caught the right hand. Answered back with a right hand of his own, and now Big Ben's in control, but no, Theon's fighting out some elbows. The midsection. Theon goes for the running spear again, but this time Big Ben met him with the knee lift, and he got the cover. 1, 2, and Theon kicks out, launching Big Ben up, and Big Ben is furious. It looks like Big Ben might have to go for the power, might have to go for that Buckingham chokeslam, maybe that Buckingham power slam, but he's got to watch out for the fall of Rome. He's got to watch out for the King's Landing. Theon's moves, and there we go, a top rope assisted Buckingham power slam. That's it. Big Ben picks up the victory. Big Ben goes 11-9, folks, in his 20th ranked singles matchup, and Theon picks up another loss to his singles record. Folks, tonight's going to be an absolutely stacked show. We've got singles matches up the wazoo. We've got the women's #1 contenders tag team matchup when the Force Awakens take on the team of the First Response. We're going to see beautiful Bruno Bravo, the #1 contender for the Light Heavyweight Championship. He is going to be in action later on tonight. Prince Toro, the Light Heavyweight Champion himself, will be in action here tonight, folks. The men's tag team #1 contender spot will be solidified when the Cosmic Alliance, Moonbeam Jr. and Moonbeam Originales take on the teams of Hammer and Nails and the Lord himself and Jean Le Baptiste of the Revelation in a triple threat tag team matchup, folks. And speaking of triple threats, in our main event, Eli Valentine versus Kintsugi Kid versus Hiro Satoshi. Winner of that matchup will get to pick the stipulation for the Fatal 4-Way at the Stadium Royale this Saturday. Stadium Royale 2025, folks. It's going to be an absolutely stacked show. Don't go anywhere. We've got another previous matchup coming up right here next on Tombstone TV, episode 75. Matchup number 2 here on episode 76 of Tombstone TV. I'm still Bullet from Austin, the voice of Valentine's Championship Wrestling Series related. And folks, this is another Prove Yourself bout. Another individual from the back. This time it's Matt Wrestler, representing the Wrestler family, representing the Savage Hearts. Matt Wrestler. This guy has an 0-3 ranked singles record. That's right, folks, he's never won a ranked singles matchup. And he has asked management for an opportunity to prove himself here, folks. As a single star, predominantly a tag team wrestler, we've seen him alongside his brother, the Technique Al Wrestler, go from losing streak and almost joke of the division, folks, to the tag team champions of the world. And they rebuilt their reputation in the tag rankings while holding on to those tag team championships. But the wrestlers are slipping, and folks, they haven't been featured around the tag titles for a little bit. And of course, this month, Los Bestias Locas asked management to offer opportunity to teams that have never held the gold before. So any team that has held the tag team championships in the past, not for the month of January, they're not going to be competing for them, which has resulted in our triple threat tag team matchup coming up later on here tonight, folks. And look at this, the man that's answered Matt Wrestler's challenge, none other than Garen Noon, the former internet champion. He was the inaugural internet champion. He is a former contender, former heavyweight champion of the world, the man that's gone back and forth with TNN Og on multiple occasions for that heavyweight championship. This guy's main events, folks. He's got 4 wins, 4 losses. This is his 9th ranked singles matchup, and he's on his way to the ring here to take on Matt Wrestler. There is no love lost between the Wrestler family and Team Delicious, of course, of which Garen Noon heads up. Patty Fields, his good friend and stablemate, had a lot of issues with the Savage Hearts and the Wrestler family, which actually resulted in the arrival and the debut of Garen Noon way back at Capital Carnage when we were in Washington, D.C., folks. If you'd believe it, Garen Noon debuted as the tag team partner, the Mystery Man, with Patty Fields against the Wrestlers. Matt and the Technique Al. And Garen, yes, he's been busy recently with TKO, with Tiernan Og in particular in the World Heavyweight Championship. But Garen, refocusing on his singles career now, folks, taking a step back from the Heavyweight Championship. It seems Garen looking to prove himself an answer to call, a Mat wrestler, and killing two birds with one stone, not only bumping up his rankings if he gets the victory here tonight, but also putting down a Mat wrestler who is another rival of his. Matt looks ready and looks pretty happy as well that Garen's demanded answered the challenge. Referee's ready and rings the bell, and this one starts off. Garen at the big right hand turn, Matt inside out, and Garen, he is delicious, folks. He just dropped Matt with that attack to the back and just dropped an elbow across the chest. If you're not already following Garen on all socials, what are you waiting for, folks? He is funny. He's a really talented musician, guitarist and singer. You've seen him on the Late Late. Did you see him do that Pearl Jam cover on TikTok? That was unbelievable. And he's funny, and he's an influencer now, comedian, and a virtual wrestler, folks. He's a natural athlete here in the virtual games. He is unbelievable. This guy just gets it. He is star all over. But right now, Mat Wrestler, the veteran, just bounced the head of Garen off that top turnbuckle, and I do believe Garen might be burst. Garen rolling to the outside. He might need a breath here. Mat Wrestler not too thrilled about that. Garen standing on the outside. Referee begins a slow count. If the count can get the 10, the match will end. Any man on the outside will be counted out of that. Oh, Garen. Big bounce off of Matt, and he just dropped him. Oh my god, onto the barricade. Oh, Matt struggling to get back up to his feet now. And Garen breaks the count like a wily veteran. Who knew? He's still a rookie. He's only here like 6 months or something. Garen has gone from obscurity to the main events in such a quick amount of time here. Uppercut from our wrestler, and Garen kicks out. Garen with the fiercest right hand and left hand in Mayo. Well able to put you down. He'll stun you out of nowhere, and Garen's fist get caught, and look at that for a hip toss. Matt dropping the elbow across Garen's chest, and Matt is in control. Garen is in trouble, and he caught the fist. And now Garen answers back and whipping Matt back and forth, and the elbow to the face, and Matt's the one in trouble now. Garen looking for something in that corner perhaps. Oh, it looks like he's removed that turnbuckle pad. Oh, and now Matt with the drop toe hold, and he's got the cover. We got 1, 2, and Garen gets the shoulder up at 2, and Matt, I don't know, has Matt seen that the turnbuckle pad's been removed? I don't know, does the referee know that the turnbuckle pad's been removed? And Matt now goes behind, and he's taking him down. Look at this, he's got this chicken wing, but Garen gets to the ropes and breaks it up, but the damage might be done. The elbow dropped across the throat, the already injured throat of Garen Noon, and the stomps across the chest, and now it's Matt in control, kicking the absolute living bejesus out of Garen here. Matt with the kick to the back, and now Garen is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I know this thing goes back and forth. The action is hard and fast, like your mom. And Matt now whipping Garen into the corner, and Matt follows it up with a big scoop up, but Garen gets out and drops a DDT just like that. I don't know, did he rake the eyes of Matt or what, but the referee didn't see it because she's putting the turnbuckle pad back on. Now Garen whipping Matt off the ropes to drop down. The leapfrog, look at the natural athleticism out of him, and now he's going for the big bear hug. But Matt elbows to the back of the head here, and Garen gets caught. Left hanging on the ropes. Matt chopping across the chest here. Garen getting tied up in the ropes. Garen bleeding from the top of his head. His hair has been blocking the wound, but it's there, folks. He has been cut back up, and I'm not surprised. He's got a lot of threadbare scarred tissue, especially after that ambulance match or TKO or Tiernan Og not so long ago. Oh my god, and look at this, scooped up. Garen escapes the suplex attempt, drop down behind, grabs the waist, and Matt forearm to the back, and he whips him into the corner. No, off the ropes and a clothesline, and he rolled through off the clothesline, and Garen gets the cover. We've got a 1, 2, and Matt gets the cover. Garen thought he had it off with that delicious clothesline. but he's got more work to do. Garen off the ropes now, rolls up, and the delicious senton. We've got the cover. That might be it. 1, 2, 3, and the battered and bloodied and beaten Garen Noon picks up a victory here, folks, going 5-4 in his 9th ranked singles matchup. Garen now with a positive score of 1, and Matt Wrestler still yet to pick up a victory. Now -4. A lot to do there to fix the record of Matt Wrestler, but Garen is well on his way, folks. He's mounting Stadium Royale. He's going to be at the Stadium Royale in some shape or fashion, it seems, folks, now with that win. And the ever scary Garen Noon, with magic just setting the world alight, folks. Don't go anywhere. We've a massive women's tag team matchup coming up right here next, as we will determine who is going to be the number 1 contenders for the Dancer Sisters Tag Team Championships of the world, folks. And that's going to be a tag team Extreme Rules match. It's coming up right here next, folks. Don't go anywhere. Match number 3 here, folks. Coming up next, it's our women's number 1 contenders tag team matchup. It's going to be an Extreme Rules matchup between these two teams. And introducing first, the team with first response on your screen now, Lieutenant LaSalle. And on your right, Nurse Deceased, and they're making their way to the ring, folks, with 2 wins, 6 losses to their record. But they recently defeated the Lord's Angels, the inaugural CWS Women's Tag Team Champions, to get into this matchup. First response, unlikely women's tag team champions as they may be, folks. They have a good opportunity by defeating their opponents here tonight. They might make it to the Stadium Royale 2025 to challenge the Dancer Sisters for those tag team championships. Dancer Sisters, of course, on their 3rd reign with those titles. Which of these two teams is going to face? And will it be the first response? Will it be this team now, folks? On your left, Air Force 2. On your right, Gale Force. This is the team with Force Awakens. And the Force Awakens are former tag team champions here in the women's division. Having done many a battle here with the Dancer Sisters in the past, they want to go toe-to-toe with them again at Stadium Royale 2025. Force Awakens with 4 wins, 4 losses, currently with a neutral record. This is their 9th tag team matchup together, which is impressive considering Air Force 2 didn't work here last year. She only arrived in CWS for season 2. These two look like they mean a business, folks. Lieutenant LaSalle and Nurse DC's look ready. Air Force 2 looks ready. Gale Force looks ready. And of course, Extreme Rules means everyone's legal, ladies and gentlemen. Weapons legal. First fall picks up the victory. Air Force whips Lieutenant LaSalle right into the referee. And Nurse DC drops Gale Force with a knee breaker. And it looks like Gale Force fighting back out of this one. And Air Force dropping Lieutenant LaSalle throw first onto that rope. And now, the Force Awakens both targeting Nurse DC's while Lieutenant LaSalle gets a breather. And now immediately they turn their attention to Lieutenant LaSalle. Look at this for neck breaker, but Nurse DC's gets up behind Gale Force, but she answers back with an arm drag takeover. And my goodness gracious me, this is chaos from the off. Look at that for a dragon screw leg drop, and all of a sudden the first response are in control. Lieutenant LaSalle with a nice bulldog there. And my goodness, a shoot hurricane runner for Gale Force to turn the tides here. And now locking up with Lieutenant LaSalle and Gale Force, Air Force 2 rolling to the outside. Nurse DC's rolling to the outside. And Gale rolling to the outside to target Nurse again with the go behind, grab the back and a forearm shot to the lower back. And now Gale Force caught between a rock and a hard place, gets dropped just like that by Lieutenant LaSalle, and her foot getting attacked. And now Air Force 2 having to run over and try to get in the way and save her partner, only to result in getting slammed flat down to the mat just like that herself, onto those thin virtual pads to protect our virtual athletes from the virtual concrete blow. And Lieutenant LaSalle now, normally one to keep the rules, but when there are no rules, the rules are extreme. Lieutenant LaSalle will get a sledgehammer just like the rest of you. Well, that didn't make a lick of sense. But Lieutenant LaSalle introducing a sledgehammer to this one, and that's out of the ordinary for her, really, to be honest. But cool. Look at the state of that. Air Force 2 just caught LaSalle by the hair and just spun her 360 face first down into those pads. And the Tombstoners in the audience here in the Graveyard Arena are loving what they're seeing right now. It's Air Force 2 with big right hand, turn LaSalle backwards and a big headbutt to the back of the head. Who does that? Weird one. And again, this chokehold. Nurse got nowhere to go. LaSalle charges into Gale and knocks her down with a sit-out clothesline. Air Force 2. I think she just put Nurse DC's out, to be honest. Picking her immediately right back up. Ducks under. Oh my god. A big Samoan drop onto the sledgehammer. Of all the things you could land on, a sledgehammer would be in my... Oh, awful. And she just absolutely flakes that steel chair into the face of Nurse DC's. The state of that. Big headbutt and Nurse gets dropped. And folks, the Force Awakens are absolutely bossing this. Stomping onto the hand here of Nurse deceased multiple times. I mean, if you stomp on the nurse's hand, how is she going to work in the doctor's surgery tomorrow night? Obviously, the nurse part of Dr. Dermot Allergy's medical practice. And, oh, big backbreaker. And now Nurse, who, like the doctor, learned to heal, so she knows how to hurt. Applying that. Oh my god, the big backbreaker. Stretch and a clothesline, and then just ate a face full of ladder, only for Gale to throw the ladder at her. Gale in control, bossing Lieutenant LaSalle. Oh my god, the DDT outside. Gale now, eats a spear from Nurse, who's absolutely got to be running on fumes right now. Stomping here on Gale. Lieutenant LaSalle stomping on Air Force 2. And the team of the first response are in control. And a knee across the face here. Driving the head of Air Force flat into the virtual pads, folks. Nurse deceased now, gone under the ring, pulling out a table of all things, as Lieutenant LaSalle is sent crashing into that advertisement barricade. And look at that for a neck breaker, taking down Nurse deceased. I told you these rules would be extreme. The ref's got to be lenient, weapons are allowed, tornado rules applied. Winner of this one will take on the Dancer Sisters this coming Saturday at Stadium Royale 2025. Air Force 2 now introducing a trash can to the equation. A big right hand and a kick to the gut, and look at this, no way. Turns her inside out and slamming. Nurse flat down like that. Air Force with the big chop, taking Nurse off her feet. And on the outside here, Air Force 2 tossing Lieutenant LaSalle around by the face and the hair again, trying to save her partner. Air Force 2 in control on the outside now, and Gale walks right into the vengeful right hands and left hands of Nurse deceased, and she's got the cover here too, and Air Force 2 kicking Nurse deceased into the back of the head, slamming Nurse flat back into the mat. Lieutenant LaSalle going back under the ring, and this time getting a kendo stick. Who knows what kendo is, folks? I know that I don't, but there are sticks in it. That's what wrestling has taught me. If you know about kendo, leave that in the comment section down below. That'd be cool. And what the heck? Gale with a weird springboardy second rope maneuver thing missed completely. And Air Force getting slashed into that trash can. Gale trying to get back to her feet. The referee's counting 1, 2, and Gale dives across and breaks up the count just at the 2.999999999. What a count, and Lieutenant LaSalle slamming the head of Gale flat into the mat, and they're targeting Air Force 2. Gale getting back to her feet. LaSalle was ready, lying in wait, and slamming the head of Gale Force again. All these bumps to the back of the head, and Gale Force might be in trouble, but Air Force 2 catching the fist of Nurse deceased in the ring, and massive flapjack-like maneuver, kick low, kick to the midsection, kick high, and a drop kick, and Lieutenant LaSalle took Air Force 2 down. And she just throws the trash can at her opponent here, folks, and the kendo stick launched right at Air Force 2, and a shoot hurricane Rana. Gale got back into it. Nurse deceased, caught off guard. Lieutenant LaSalle gets caught up, and Gale turns her inside out with that clothesline. Nurse goes for the running power slam, but Gail drops out of it and chop off the back of the leg. Lieutenant LaSalle. Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened there, to be honest, but LaSalle took a weird bump. And oh my god, Air Force with the kick to the face. We've got the 1, we've got the 2. And Lieutenant LaSalle kicks out at 2. And now Gale Force just absolutely bossing Nurse deceased with some of that weird lucha stuff that I don't know the name of. And Gale dropping her with that TKO. Look at that, flat down to the mat, that cutter-like maneuver. And Gale Force forced her down. Lieutenant LaSalle looking to break up the count before the count of 1, and Air Force 2 didn't stop it like she should have for the team. This match should be over. DDT from Gale. Air Force scooping her up, and Nurse escapes the suplex predicament. Chop lost the back of the leg, and Air Force 2 gets taken down. Lieutenant LaSalle now looking, my god, turns Gale inside out. Air Force gets dropped, and first response might have it here. 1, 2, and Gale Force kicks out at 2. Nurse deceased. Burning holes in the back of Gale Force's head, folks. Lieutenant LaSalle with the chop, and off the top, the double accent, no drop, taking Gale down, walking all over the chest here of Gale Force. The kick to the face, Air Force 2. Slowly making it back over the ring with the big boot to the face, and Nurse DC's gets taken down. Lieutenant LaSalle looking to toss Gale into the steps, but Gale evades that, and there's a running splash from Air Force 2 to take Nurse down. Bulldog, Gale Force goes splat. Nurse gets thrown back into the ring, and now it's Air Force 2, and Lieutenant LaSalle drops her with that shin breaker. Lieutenant LaSalle in her feet for her team, and just gets dropped flat, and we're back just like that with the suplex from Air Force 2 as I say it. Lieutenant LaSalle getting tossed into the virtual apron, the hardest part of the virtual wrestling ring, and Nurse DC's with the DDT outside on the floor. And now the suicide dive to the back, and my god, look at that. Gale took them both down. Lieutenant LaSalle and Nurse DC's taking shoulder tackle apiece. Gale throwing caution to the wind, and Gale Force flew right out of the ring, folks. Discus clothesline. Nurse taking Air Force 2 down. And it looks like we've got Nurse DC's with the big back suplex here. No, my god. Released her forwards. The momentum. Gale didn't know which way the landing was coming, and she ate it hard. Gale getting tossed back into the ring, and Lieutenant LaSalle now giving chase. The clothesline. And Lieutenant LaSalle might have it, folks, if she can get the pinfall. Meanwhile, on the outside, Nurse DC's applying the sharpshooter here to the legs of Air Force. A bulldog, and Gale is down. Surely this is it, folks. Do first response have it? Gale Force kicks out yet again. What does Lieutenant LaSalle got to do to keep Gale Force down, folks? Another chin breaker. Gale gets dropped, and now Gale rolling to the outside, and again Nurse DC's wasn't quick enough to prevent her from getting to the outside. Lieutenant LaSalle can do a stick in hand. Looks like she's going to give chase to Air Force 2 all the way around the ring, but Air Force cuts off into the ring. Lieutenant LaSalle gets back in. The kendo shot blocked. Air Force tosses LaSalle around the ring, and look at Nurse DC's taking Air Force down. Gale springboard drop kick misses, and Lieutenant's blocked it. Air Force 2 eats the pin. Nurse DC's picks up the win, and Gale Force was but a second away from breaking that one up, folks. The team of the first response are going to challenge the Dancer Sisters at Stadium Royale 2025. Massive victory for the team of the first response, and this is by far their biggest win of their career. Will they have another biggest win of their career at the Stadium Royale 2025 this Saturday, folks? They take on the Dancer Sisters for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Find out with me this Saturday, folks. But before that, don't go anywhere. We have got beautiful Bruno Bravo, the number one contender for the Light Heavyweight Championship, will be in action next, folks. Who's he going to be up against? Management has issued another challenge to the back to find someone who wants to step up from the Light Heavyweight division. Who is going to challenge Bruno? Find out with me right now, next, here on Tombstone TV. Thanks, folks. Don't go anywhere. Matchup number 4 here on episode 76 Tombstone TV. My name is still Bullet and Awesome, and folks, this is something of a challenger's challenge matchup, as beautiful Bruno Bravo, who is the #1 contender for the light heavyweight championship and is in action this coming Saturday for the light heavyweight title against Prince Toro. He's going to be proving himself here tonight, folks. If you don't know what beautiful Bruno Bravo is all about, you're going to find out here tonight, folks. This guy leaves his midriff exposed to highlight the absence of gold around his waist. And beautiful Bruno Bravo has said for a very long time that he's got his eyes set on a brand new accessory. That accessory is a beautiful belt, and Bruno reckons he's gonna get that belt wrapped around his waist potentially as soon as this Saturday at Stadium Royale 2025. His opponent tonight wants to prove that they too deserve to be on the show. So if their opponent here tonight can pick up a victory, folks, they're going to cement a very good spot in the Stadium Royale matchup. I have been told that they're definitely in the matchup after their performance last year. In fact, folks, I'm being told it's Paddy Fields, folks, Mr. Stadium Royale himself. This man has, I believe, 5 eliminations in last year's Stadium Royale matchup, the most of any superstar, any virtual pro wrestler here. This guy, the most career eliminations, the most eliminations in the 2024 Stadium Royale, albeit it's the only one we've had, so, you know, whatever. But this is our second one, and if Paddy Fields can pick up a victory here tonight, folks, he will get a decent late spot in the Stadium Royale matchup. And if not, he's going to be going in early. Beautiful Bruno Bravo has an opportunity here to prove that they are every bit as worthy to be a champion as they say they are. And Paddy Fields turns Bruno inside out immediately. Look at that one. Paddy of Team Delicious. We saw his friend and partner Garen Noon in action earlier tonight, folks, when he defeated Matt Wrestler in singles action. And we saw Pete Boggs win that Survivors matchup, folks, not too long ago. He went on to win the Intercontinental Championship and lose the Intercontinental Championship just as quick, folks. Recently, Team Delicious were on top of the world for a while and a little unsteady on their feet maybe right now. Beautiful Bruno Bravo with a lovely hip toss, taking Paddy Fields down. Paddy with an 0-13 ranked record, folks. My God, a suicide dive to the outside. What a beautiful dive it was. Bruno Bravo eats the pads on the floor here as Paddy drives his face flat to the mat, and just like that, stomping onto the chest here. Bruno's got a lot to do to get back to his feet, folks. Paddy, who has never won a singles matchup here in CWS, has a lot to do too, though, to claim Bruno's scalp as his first. Paddy locking up with Bruno, whips him off the ropes, and launches Bruno over the top rope and outside of the floor. Paddy Fields, who works on the daily, folks, 7 days a week. This guy works at the virtual Chinese restaurant, the Wok and Spring Roll Express. My God, look at that German suplex released over the top of his head. He works all day cooking the food, delivering the food, you know, answering the phones, making the rosters. He's got kids at home, man. He just works all the time, and then he comes to CWS, to Tombstone TV, where he wrestles in the evening. This guy is on the go constantly, and Bruno Bravo with a beautiful pile driver on the outside, and that might be enough. That beautiful pile driver on the outside, and the Tombstoners in attendance here watching on as Bruno slams Paddy back to the ring. Enters the ring himself, and Bruno Bravo now with the cover attempt here, folks, off the beautiful pile driver on the outside, but surely Paddy's had enough time to kick out, and yes, he does. Bruno's going to have to do a bit more, folks. Drop the knee across the back of the head, and that's a great place to start if you're beautiful Bruno Bravo. Dropping the knee across the back of the head again. This is the same head, by the way, that he just landed on the outside with that beautiful pile driver. Bruno goes underneath. And Paddy with the big right hand. Did he just burst open? Beautiful Bruno Bravo. And Paddy now with the... He's going for the pedigree, and he can't get it. And Bruno, who's cut open, folks. Bust open. I can't believe it, folks. He made beautiful Bruno Bravo bleed. And Bruno now with the running knee across the face, and he's got the cover. We've got the 1, 2, and Paddy gets to the ropes, folks. Bruno Bravo, he thought he had done enough. Shocked that Paddy had the ring awareness, the wherewithal to get his hand to the rope. And Paddy again with the ring escape, going to the outside, and Bruno giving chase, but he hooks him. And look at this stretch here being applied on the outside, and Bruno bleeding above its right eye. That flower seems to be hiding it somewhat, folks, and a hip toss there for Paddy, launching Bruno. Flat to his back, and Paddy kicks low, and a forearm to the face, and beautiful Bruno Bravo gets dropped and rocked. Paddy sliding back into the ring. And Bruno, who already does have the title fight at Stadium Royale, he doesn't necessarily need to win, but the momentum will be handy heading into the matchup. The tune-up match would be good, unless you get suplexed outside on the floor, of course. I bet beautiful Bruno Bravo could have done without that one, as he eats a face full of virtual apron. Paddy dropping the elbow across the chest here, folks. If you haven't subscribed to CWS, what are you waiting for? Stadium Royale 2, the Stadium Royale 2025. That's happening this weekend, folks. Another absolutely stacked show coming to you from Championship Wrestling Series. Paddy getting back into the ring, and beautiful Bruno Bravo with the spear. Oh, not letting Paddy back in. Paddy was up to the count of 6, was getting in and got speared off the apron for a 7, and Bruno from the top, the elbow connects with the skull of Paddy. And Bruno now kicking the lower back, stomping across the midsection, dropping the knee onto the spine. Bruno's just attacking any body part that's right in front of him right now. And Bruno is going for that beautiful pile driver one more time. Just leave him. He's out for the count, Bruno. Get the cover. Oh, the sharpshooter as well. Taking the legs away from Paddy. I mean, if you wanted to make sure he can't get back in. The visual tap out here on the outside, but it doesn't count because it didn't happen in the ring. But if you want to ensure the man's legs won't work. Technical issue there, folks. My pad definitely didn't just die. But it's alright, I have another one. And now beautiful Bruno Bravo gets his way back into the ring, and surely he can just pick the bones here and get the victory. We got the 1, we got the 2, we got the 3, and beautiful Bruno Bravo picks up the win. Paddy rolling outside now, and beautiful Bruno Bravo with the victory. And folks, it's that Prince Toro, the light heavyweight champion representing Los Bestias Locas, making its way to the ring, standing toe to toe with beautiful Bruno Bravo just before the show. And folks, Prince Toro's matchup is coming up right here next. Don't go anywhere. Let me hear your applause. Welcome back to episode 76 of Tombstone TV. My name is Silk Bullet and Awesome, and this is our 5th matchup of the show. Non-title bout featuring our light heavyweight champion. And who is he up against, folks? In this Champions Challenge matchup, here he is, folks, for the first time seeing him, the light heavyweight championship around his waist. This is Prince Toro, the CWS light heavyweight champion. He is representing the team of Las Bestias Locas, here to make a statement ahead of his titanic clash at the upcoming Stadium Royale 2025 pay-per-view this Saturday. Toro issued a challenge to management, find him someone who wanted to step toe-to-toe with the champ. And let's see who has answered the call, folks. Prince Toro for his 17th ranked singles matchup with 9 wins, 7 losses. This guy's formerly won a Contenders matchup. He headlined pay-per-views against the Eliminator pay-per-view against Major Attraction, Eliminator 1. He was in that Eliminator titular match at Eliminator 2 just a few months ago. And here he is, folks, his opponent for the night, of course. In his 10th ranked singles matchup since arriving on the scene here in CWS this season, all the way from Washington, D.C., this is Mr. Abe Jefferson. Calls himself a founding father of virtual wrestling. puts himself on the Mount Rushmore of those involved in simulated shoot combat. And recently has been sending out feelers to old friends and stable mates, see if they can come across from their states to where we have set up in Cork, Ireland here for CWS. Abe Jefferson, a proud patriot from the United States of America. With that incredible finishing maneuver, he calls it the USAA. And the referee rings the bell. And Toro locks up with Jefferson, whips him into the corner, follows up with a big corner, a splash, but Jefferson gets the shoulders up. Elbows to the face, and Jefferson whipping Toro to the corner, and this time it's Jefferson to take Toro down with that clothesline into the corner. Jefferson now targeting the arm here, and stomping onto the hand, the fingers of Prince Toro, and another one for the guts for good measure. Jefferson looking to make a statement, folks. Not a very good win-loss record here in CWS, but if he can go over a champion, things might turn around for Jefferson with this triangle choke applied. Is Prince Toro going to be forced to tap out? But no, it looks like Toro's going to power out of the hold. He's got him up, and with a one functioning arm, folks, he just power bombed Abe Jefferson flat to the mat just like that. Gut punch, chop, and now oh my God, he's rolled under and picked him up. Deadlift, power bomb. Prince Toro taking no prisoners here tonight, folks. He's pulling no punches and a straight suplex here in the center of the ring. Jefferson again slammed flat to the mat, and now it's Toro that's in control until Jefferson caught the blow. Answered back with a shot of his own, and now it's Toro. He's turned the tides on Jefferson. Ducks under. I thought he was going for that spear with the German suplex. He's really caught it and released it early. Jefferson and Toro. Suplex, my God. And a senton. Seated senton attempt is botched. Hello, Matthew. And Jefferson goes for that arm drag, but Toro ducks under, foot to the face, eat defeat by Jefferson, getting dragged away from the ropes. This is the veteran instincts here of Toro to pull Jefferson away from the ropes. But Jefferson gets his shoulder up anyway. Maybe poor Prince Toro took too much time going for that pinfall. Picks him up in a massive Yoranagi. Stomp across the back of the arm here, and Toro is in control. Toro is in such control, I'm going to take a sip from my coffee. And it looks like we're having a bit of a strike exchange here, folks. The fans in attendance here tonight getting ready for the Stadiium Royale 2025. Everyone's on their feet, ladies and gentlemen. Toro dominating right now. These two duking it out here in the Graveyard Arena. Toro tossing Jefferson to the outside. Jefferson is out. Toro with that senton. And the Tombstoners in attendance, folks, loving the action. Dynamic Cam in with the fans right now, and Jefferson caught the chop, answered back. Jefferson bounces the head of Toro off the apron, the hardest part of the virtual wrestling ring, and a Toro tossing Jeff back into the ring, and Toro standing tall over Jefferson. Surely he's just one spear away. Whips him off the ropes, and there, folks, we have it. He just speared him right in half. He's cut him in dose. 2, 3. And Prince Toro picks up the victory here tonight, folks, in his 17th ranked singles matchup. Picking up what is his 10th ranked singles win. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent for this Saturday at the Stadium Royale, beautiful Bruno Bravo, answering back for the actions of Toro earlier. And Toro holding the title up high. Beautiful Bruno Bravo, desperate to get himself a new belt, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time since he's found some new accessories. Folks, don't go anywhere. We are headed to the semi-main event. Three-way tag matchup. The Revelation, Hammer and Nails, and the Cosmic Alliance will do battle. Winner of which takes on Las Bestias Locas at Stadium Royale 2025, folks, in Rome. Don't go anywhere, folks. The semi-main event is coming up right here next. Welcome back to the semi-main event of the evening here, folks. On episode 76, this is the go-home show for Stadium Royale, which is this coming Saturday. Stadium Royale 2, Stadium Royale 2025. This is a triple threat tag team matchup where we will determine new number one contenders for the men's tag team championships. Whichever team can pick up the victory in this one, folks, will challenge Las Bestias Locas this coming Saturday on free-to-air pay-per-view, folks. And will it be this team right here? On your right, Mr. Shock Hammer, and on your left, Baby and Nails, the tag team of Hammer and Nails, folks. Fabian is a former light heavyweight champion and a former intercontinental champion, of course. These guys have never held the tag team championships, but they would surely love to do so. With 8 wins and 9 losses, this is their 18th ranked tag team matchup, and this is the closest that they've come in a long time to challenging for those titles. Of course, Las Bestias Locas did have the suggestion to management earlier this month that maybe fresh faces in the division deserved opportunities, and management accepted that idea. No teams that have previously held the tag team titles will be challenging Las Bestias Locas at the Stadium Royale. Only teams that have never held the gold. Some people have said it's lovely that management is giving these opportunities to other deserving teams, and other people have said that Las Bestias Locas are just, they don't want to have the tough fights. Where do you stand? Let me know in the comment section down below, folks. Shock Hammer, Baby Nils look ready to take the titles from Las Bestias Locas. Of course, Las Bestias Locas onto their second reign with the gold. Only 2 teams have held the titles on more than one occasion. The Grim Reapers and Las Bestias Locas, and with the Grim Reapers it was 2 different iterations of the Reapers. The Atomic Torque Thompson and Yamam, the Man They Call Motor and Wrench. But when it comes to Las Bestias Locas, Loco Uso and Pantera Roa Dos have been involved both times. Las Bestias Locas' first reign, folks, only lasted 31 days. Will they exceed that this time? And here we have it, folks, representing the Revelation, Jean Le Baptiste, the French wild man who has been tamed and has offered himself in service to this man right here, the leader of the Revelation. This is Lord N. Xavier. Lord N. Xavier, folks. And Jean Le Baptiste, again, have never held the tag team titles, but they are looking to do so as they make their way to the ring, folks. They've only got 1 win, no losses on their record. How will they fare in this triple threat ranked tag matchup? Baptiste on the ropes, Lord and Xavier up top, folks, being a little dramatic, Lord. New year, new them, and all that. Revelation putting down their arch nemesis, their rivals, Carlos Muertes, a few weeks ago here to make it to this matchup. Hammer and Nails put down the team with the Savage Hearts. And of course, our next team, the Cosmic Alliance, put down the Platinum Kings, and folks, what were 3 great tag team matches, and the 3 winning teams will now face off against each other in a triple threat tornado tag matchup And here comes that last team in the match, representing the Cosmic Alliance, Moonbeam Originales. Dropping that smoke bomb. Here on Tombstone TV. And here comes his tag team partner and his stablemate and his own son, folks. The Cosmic Alliance's own Moonbeam Jr. Again, tagging with his father to be here tonight. And it would be apropos for these guys to pick up the victory and go face Los Bestias Locas on pay-per-view for those titles, because, folks, it was way back at Survivor Slam 2 that the Cosmic Alliance lost a 3-on-3 traditional Survivor Slam matchup to Los Bestias Locas, where whichever team picked up the victory would get the opportunities at the Light Heavyweight Championship and those tag team titles. And of course, on the same night, Violent Night 2, Prince Toro challenged Killian Curse for the Light Heavyweight Championship, and Los Bestias Locas took the tag team titles from Lock and Load. Considering the Cosmic Alliance missed out on that opportunity then, it would be fitting for them to get that opportunity now. Referee rings the bell, and this is going to be chaos, folks. I don't even know where to start. Sean Baptiste taking on the next biggest man in the matchup, Moonbeam Originales, but it's Originales who's taking control. And look at that flattening Jacques Hammer, just like that. And Lord and Xavier's been bust open already, folks, at the hands of Fabian Niels. Sean Baptiste taking Jacques Hammer flat down to the mat. And this thing is crazy already. We got to cover Sean Baptiste, and folks, this is not an elimination matchup. First fall. And the match is over. Ground and pound here from Jacques Hammer. Moonbeam Originales Jr. tying it up with Fabian, only for Lord and Xavier to take Jacques Hammer down and then kick Jr. into the back of the head. And look at this, Jr. picking up. But God, elbows to the face. And look at the Lord taking Moonbeam Jr. down. Jacques Hammer going to the outside. Has he got a baseball bat? Half German, half French. And yet he still knows how to wield a bat like the best of them. Jacques Hammer laying down the Lord with that baseball bat. And meanwhile on the outside, Jean Baptiste and Moonbeam Originales going at it, folks. Oh my God, straight over the top of the head. And Junior's taken down with that baseball bat. But Junior just got flattened with that spine buster. And Fabian now with the cover. Junior kicking out of it. Folks, who would remember just a few short weeks ago, Moonbeam Jr. went on the run of his life in his singles competition, where he won that fatal four-way to enter into contention. He challenged Loco Lobo, who's in the contenders qualification bout, and in an upset, he defeated him. Especially as Locals and the Cosmic Alliance have been waging war for a while, folks. Be interesting to see them on pay-per-view, but also Lord and Xavier and Jean Baptiste are undefeated in tag team action. They pick up victory here tonight, folks. That will remain the same way. Maybe they're a great fit to take on Los Bestias Locas. A God's ever soft lift to the outside, and Fabian taking down Moonbeam Originales. And now it's Moonbeam Jr. with the baseball bat, and just tossed it against the Lord. Folks, who could suggest for a second that Fabian and Jacques Hammer don't deserve to pick up the victory? They've been here for a while. Standing shooting star press from the top, and Junior put it all on the line, and the Lord escaped. I know it's the Lord's the one who's wielding the weapon, and he just cracked Moonbeam Jr. over the top of the head and tossed it at Jacques Hammer. The Lord does not forget. Look at that tilted world around the world. Head scissors under cover. We've got a 1, 2. And Jacques Hammer got the shoulder up, folks. Fabian put all the trust in the world in his partner. And Moonbeam Originales taking the Lord down with that chop across the face. Originales breaking up the pinfall attempt here. Junior gets his arm caught in a hip toss. Look at Fabian Mills. Oh, look at this takedown here. The ground and pound offense of Fabian. Jean Baptiste is in a bad way, but he rolls out to the outside and escapes, and there's Jacques Hammer. Jean Baptiste on the outside. And the Lord and Fabian, my God, belly to belly. Jacques escapes, and now you've got Fabian and Jacques going toe to toe. And these stigmata-like strikes here from the Lord outside on the floor. Fabian rolls through. And Junior and Jacques making their way back into the ring. Baseball bat over the top of the head. Moonbeam Jr. getting revenge on Jacques Hammer with the baseball bat shots. And Jacques, baseball bat in hand, but Junior steps up, kicks off him, and a clothesline to the outside. Junior with the double foot stomp across the chest. Jean Baptiste and Lord and Savior both trying to tie off now with Moonbeam Jr. But Moonbeam Original is getting tied back into the fray. These four men going at it, and Savior catches the fist and a 4-0 shot to Moonbeam Originales. Now targeting the back. And Junior picking a fight with the man, laying fists on his daddy. Big back breaker on the cosmic corkscrew to Fabian. Junior's on fire tonight, folks, but now he's getting clubbed into the back by Jacques Hammer. And the Lord takes Moonbeam Originales down one more time. Faster than the baseball bat swing here. The Lord said his prayers, folks. He's got Junior. Oh my God, now. He just hit him with the destroyer. And he tossed the baseball bat at the back of the head of Fabian Mills, folks. And now tossing Originales into the fray. Oh, this is a chaos. This is just big, meaty meat all over the place here, folks. And the Lord scooping up Jacques Hammer, turning him inside out, and my God, look at that. Driving him down. Jean Baptiste now tossing Junior into the ring. And Junior front flipping over the top and outside of the floor. This opportunity means so much to all 6 men in this matchup. They're putting themselves through an awful lot of pain, considering that the winning team will have to wrestle again this weekend. Jacques tosses the Lord back into the ring. The Lord has been bleeding from his face for a while now. And yet, standing tall, and it looks like Fabian going to enter the ring here to challenge the Lord, and the Lord takes him down to the sleeve blade. And the Lord with the cover. We got a 1, 2, a Jacques Hammer kicking the head of the Lord at the very last second. And now the Lord mounting Jacques with these palm strikes, and I think he just cut him open. Crucifix armbar. And Fabian's got the Lord up with the nail gun. Fabian with the cover. Jean Baptiste entering the ring. Jacques Hammer not doing enough to protect his partner. And he, oh my God, Jacques let the side down there. And now he's being whipped into the future. Another nail gun here to Lord and Xavier. Moonbeam Jr. now taking the fight to Jacques Hammer. Kicking the feet of Fabian to break up the fall. Jean Baptiste now elbows Fabian into the face. Gets some gut shots. And Originales. Oh my God, he's picking Fabian up for the Cosmic Power Bomb. And Jean Baptiste turns him inside out, folks. Is Jean Baptiste about to pick up the victory? And he does it, folks. The Revelation versus Los Bestias Locas. It's booked, folks. The Revelation go 2-0. Massive victory for them. And in their 18th ranked tag matches, both Cosmic Alliance and Baby Nils lose. Revelation versus Los Bestias Locas this Saturday, folks, for the tag team titles of the world. What a massive, massive matchup, folks. I hope to see you here on Saturday for Stadium Royale 2025. But before that, folks, we still have the main event yet to come. Triple threat match. Eli Valentine versus Kintsugi Kid versus Hiro Satoshi. Winner gets to pick the stipulation for this Saturday's heavyweight championship matchup. Folks, don't go anywhere. There's huge stakes on the line. Coming up right here next. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 76. This is your main event, and this bout is a triple threat matchup, winner of which gets to decide the stipulation for the heavyweight world's championship matchup. It's the Stadium Royale 2025, that fatal four-way, folks. But what rules will be applied to the matchup? Will this man be in control, folks? Eli Valentine with his record-breaking 32nd ranked matchup as he makes his way to the ring. Eli with 14 wins and 17 losses, former light heavyweight champion, former contender. This man main evented the Violent Night pay-per-view in an ambulance match against TKO, someone that he knows very well. And then he bested him on Tombstone TV just a few short weeks ago. Bested him again, folks, in tag action, where Eli was on the winning side out of these four. And then, folks, just last week Eli lost a singles match to the Kintsugi Kid. And now all four men fighting for the title at Stadium Royale 2025. And speaking of the Kintsugi Kid, folks, making his way to the ring right now for his 8th ranked singles matchup. This guy has seemingly gone from obscurity to being in the right place at the right time, folks. Hiro Satoshi cashing in his feature shot briefcase for a heavyweight title fight just after Eli lost to TKO. Hiro offers TKO the opportunity if he can. Offers Eli the opportunity if he can beat TKO in a singles matchup, folks. You can get into it. We'll make a triple threat fight. Then next week they tagged up if TKO could find a partner, which he did in the Kintsugi Kid. And then last week, folks, Eli versus the Kintsugi Kid on Tombstone TV. Kintsugi Kid put Eli down, granting him an opportunity to join that match too, folks. This has all come from some very strange decisions here at the hands of Hiro Satoshi. The man told management he wanted the title fight at Stadium Royale. Don't do contenders this month. I'll cash in my feature shot briefcase, and then in the main event of Stadium Royale, you can have the feature shot briefcase back on the line. Management agreed to that. Then Hiro also added, let's just give Eli his rematch with TKO, and if he wins, let's add him to the fight. Management agreed. Eli picked up the win. He joined the matchup. Then Hiro and Eli challenged TKO to a tag team matchup. TKO found the Kintsugi Kid. They jumped him before the bell. Eli versus Kintsugi Kid the following week in singles action, where Eli lost, Kintsugi wins, gets entered into the matchup, folks. And here we are, triple threat winner of this gets to pick the stip for the fatal four-way on Saturday. TKO banned from ringside. It's Kintsugi Kid offers a massive splash to Eli and a Thez press punching combination here to his former mentor, his rival, his former idol, Hiro Satoshi, the man that took the light heavyweight championship from Eli Valentine earlier this year, folks. These guys' stories have all become linked and intertwined in recent weeks here on Tombstone TV. Eli with the chop block. You have to have eyes in the back of your head here to survive in a triple threat. Hiro rolled to the outside to catch a breather, and Eli with that standing moonsault, picture perfect. Taking the kid down, and now Eli going off the ropes, and a running splash to the Kintsugi kid. I hope I've recapped that tail of the tape well enough for you guys to follow, folks. Because this Saturday, it's going to be a 30-man elimination over the top rope style matchup, the winner of which will get the Future Shop briefcase where they can cash in for a heavyweight title fight at a time and place of their choosing. Eli now targeting Hiro. We're going to see many weird combinations, folks. You're going to see two guys team up for a little bit and then turn on each other, only for people to team up temporarily with guys that just lay a beating on them. But it's all about survival and picking your moments, and Hiro getting launched to the outside. Kintsugi Kid picking Eli Valentine up, squeezing the guts out of him here with this big bear hug. Hiro getting into the ring and watching on as Eli drives the elbows into the face of the Kintsugi Kid. And the Mongolian clap, and my God, taking him down just like that. These guys all getting in each other's way here. You'd think Hiro Satoshi would have the opportunity here, folks. 15 wins and 1 loss. That loss came to the Dragon Noir for the light heavyweight title. And they both ended up with reigns lasting 112 days here, the joint longest light heavyweight champs for one run with the title. Hiro then went on to win the Eliminator titular matchup, granting him the Future Shop briefcase. And my God, look at that suplex on the outside. And Eli introducing a steel chair to the mix here. And no, my God, Hiro with that dense press, knocking Eli to the ground onto that chair. And now the Kintsugi Kid introducing a sledgehammer to the affairs, and he just clipped both of them. Hiro managing to knock in a drop toe hold and take the kid down. Eli float over DDT and drops Hiro. There are no rules in the triple threat, folks. Just one man to be pinned or submitted, and the match will end. Winner is the man who makes the fall. Hiro launched back into the ring, now lying at the feet of his enemy, Kintsugi Kid, and Eli giving chase with the steel chair in hand. Hiro with these kicks and those, the running knees across the face. He learned that one from his mentor in Japan, the Session Moth Martina, his favorite Irish-Japanese wrestler. Eli with the cover now, and the Kintsugi Kid. We got the 1, we got the 2, and the Kintsugi Kid got the shoulder up. Hiro now diving into the back of Eli Valentine with some double axes. And look at that. Eli taking Hiro down. He leapt over the prone body of the Kintsugi Kid to connect with Hiro, and my God, that DDT, and he's bursting him open, and Hiro is getting pinned, folks. 1, 2. Oh my God. Just a 2 count. Eli with the double foot stomp to Hiro Satoshi, and then Eli charging across the ring. Oh my God, look at that. We've got the pinfall here, folks. 1, 2. Kintsugi Kid slides in and lets it happen. Eli Valentine, the man that lost the light heavyweight championship to the Kintsugi, to Hiro Satoshi, becomes just the second man to have pinned Hiro Satoshi in ranked action, folks. Eli Valentine again proving to the world that he can contend for this championship and at this level, folks. Thank you for joining me here for episode 76 of Tombstone TV. What a heck of a main event we have. All of that carnage and so much more coming this Saturday at the Stadium Royale 2025, folks. Eli Valentine versus Hiro Satoshi versus Kintsugi Kid versus Tiago K. Oliveira for the World's Heavyweight Championship. And folks, Eli gets to pick the stipulation for that one. We'll also have a Survivors match that night to determine the new number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, as Royal Albertal takes on Bobby Lock, the man they call Motor, Ozone and Cara Demiedo. In that matchup, Ren takes on Hannah Conda for the Women's World title. Mo Money takes on Jackson Gage Harris for the Intercontinental Championship. The Dancer Sisters will be in action when they take on the team of the First Response. The women's contenders match will be on Stadium Royale. With that beautiful Bruno Bravo taking on the light heavyweight champion Prince Doro. After what we've seen tonight, folks, you know that one's going to be a grueling affair. Totally not. Mark will be in action defending the Internet Championship. And folks, in the main event, we will have that 30-man over the top rope elimination matchup, the Stadium Royale match. It's going to be an absolutely stacked show. That one's for the Future Shop briefcase. Folks, I hope to see you there. Remember to stay decent. I've been BVA, you have been class. And I hope to see you again here on Saturday for Stadium Royale 2025. Thank you and good night.